Hey there, grumpy old fart here. How y'all doing? Um, I found some information the other day, and I felt it was worth making a second video about this particular UFO abduction. So here we go. It's about the Pascagoula incident from 1973. I did a video on this. Go and check it out. It's a UFO abduction case where Charles Hicks and Calvin Parker were abducted while fishing overnight on a river there, and it was in Pascagoula, and it was from, like I said, 1973. Go and check that video out before you watch this one, okay? Now, I'm going to do a quick recap. The two men claimed they were taken when a UFO landed nearby, and three alien creatures with lobster claws kidnapped them. Now, the descriptions were very odd. The description of the aliens were very odd. A lot of people said they saw lights in the sky. Some reported UFOs in the area, that kind of thing. But nobody, until now, we didn't have any concrete evidence seeing things coming in or out of the water. 45 years later, a couple have come forward claiming to have seen much more than what we previously knew. Maria and Vernon Blair. Their claim is that on the night in question, they were sitting in their car looking out across the river. We won't ask what a young couple were doing looking at the river in their car in the middle of the night. Because, Anyway, they saw strange blue lights in the sky. They watched these lights go back and forth across the sky. Maria actually commented to Vernon that, quote, "There's something wrong with that plane. It's like he doesn't know where he wants to go." They thought it was an aircraft. They watched the strange lights for about 40 minutes. They decided to get out of the car and head down to the river. When they were heading down there, they saw a boat, so they started heading towards the boat. Then Maria spotted a strange figure emerging from the water. Maria thought it was a person. The figure then re-entered the water, so the couple waited for them to come back out, and when the water was rippling like they were moving away, so they waited and waited. Maria walked down the dock to see what was going on, and Vernon apparently went back to the car. Maria looked around, didn't see anything, so on the way back, she started kind of get a little jittery, so she headed back to the car. On the opposite side of the river at that very time, unbeknownst to the Blairs, Parker and Hicks were being taken and having the most terrifying experience of their lives. Hicks has since passed, but Calvin Parker met the Blairs recently, and it was like old home week. Prayers for Mr. Hicks and his family, but we're thankful that Mr. Parker is still with us. When this couple met Mr. Parker, both of them said that it was like they'd known each other for years. They had spoken on the phone, but they hadn't actually met. But I tell you what, after all these years, I would imagine for Mr. Parker, it's nice to have somebody corroborate at least a portion of the story that he and Mr. Hicks told. Now, as you recall, in the original story, Parker and Hicks were sitting at the police station and they were being questioned by the cops. The cops left, but there was a recorder going. The two abductees did not know there was a recorder, and they were saying stuff like, "I don't know, that's the most terrifying thing ever. I don't see how anybody could. I need something for my nerves," that kind of thing. So they weren't putting on a show. It was very compelling, very convincing. But now we have another couple, another two people who admit and have come forward and said that they saw strange things on the lake, on the water that night. So it's a bit of a corroboration for Mr. Parker and Mr. Hicks posthumously. My contention there is if the Blair couple saw that much, perhaps they should undergo hypnotic regression to see if what they remember was all that actually happened. Perhaps they themselves were abducted. We don't know. They don't know. they remember certain things, but the report I read was kind of, it left a lot of blank time, blank space. I'm not saying they were abducted, but I think it would be nice for them to undergo some hypnotic regression to find out if they actually did get abducted. That would be interesting. 2 abductions on the same night. You know, that would be interesting. At any rate, I figured you guys would want to know that, and it's nice when a story is, a fantastic story is corroborated like that. And again, prayers for Mr. Hicks and Mr. Parker, and we thank the Blairs for coming forward. It takes a lot of courage, especially these days. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.